Kids, it is Mrs. Red here again on a Friday afternoon for another art project. I hope that you're going to look forward to what's going to be on this afternoon. We've got a mixed media piece happening and it's all themed for Easter because Easter's actually only, I think it's less than a month away now until the Easter Bunny starts delivering all his lovely little yummy chocolates. So let's put straight to the webcam, which you can't see again today. It's up here because I'm working quite large, so I had to bring it up quite large. And I hope I've got everything that I need in front of me here. I might just grab one of them. All right, let's flick it over. If you are watching me live, please jump in. I'll bring the chat up as well. So jump in and say hello in the chat. Make sure you're subscribed to YouTube or have a Gmail account to be able to chat to me or anyone that you're watching on YouTube. All right, so little Easter bunny, very cute. We're going to, like I said, it's mixed media. So mixed media means that we use at least 2 or more art supplies. So in this case, we're using oil pastels, which are over here, coloured pencils, watercolors, and the glue is for what's in here, which is eggshells that I've dyed different colours. So that's what we're going to be using today. So let's get started straight away. All of these art projects end up as an art project that you can download in the Mrs. Red's Art Room store. And the details to these art projects are always in the description below. So to go to this project, you'll have to wait until next week because it won't be uploaded until then. You'll be able to download your bunny and you'll also be able to download a little shape for an egg. So that's going to be part of it as well. So I've actually drawn it up, but it's, let's go back a minute. So let's just say that you are ready to do this artwork and you've downloaded your Easter bunny. You've got to turn him over. And as you can see, I've already done it. You get the side of your lead pencil and you just make it all messy. Make sure you put graphite everywhere like that. Then you flip it back over and you put it into place. In this case, I put it up a little bit higher here. And then very, very steady. You can't move the paper around. You trace around everything. And what happens when you do that is you get that transfer. Now, I know it looks quite light to you. I can see it quite clearly. It's just a little bit overexposed because of all the whiteness that we've got going on here. All right, so that's that. And then the little egg template that you'll also get, cut it out on a slightly thicker card. So this is actually the front cover of a magazine that I printed this, cut this out from. And then I've just laid, you can just see them down the bottom here. There's a couple of eggs here. You don't have to put them there. You can put them wherever you like. You can put your bunny wherever you like. Everything is up to you. You're the artist, remember? So let's put that to the side there. We don't need the pencil anymore either. Okay, so the bunny is what's going to have the eggshell used. I know we're thinking, well, why wouldn't you use eggshell for the eggs? Because the eggs aren't in Chook's eggs, are they? They're chocolate eggs. So we're going to do oil pastel for these. And we'll use the eggshell for inside our bunny. And then the background here will all be watercolor. So let's start with, we're going to start with the color pencils. And we're just going to do a couple of details of the bunny. Not much. I think they're the only 3 colors that I need to use. So we'll just put in his little nose. These are smallish areas, and for oil pastel, they're just a little bit too hard to fill in. So we'll just do it with the pencils. And then with the eye, we'll do the outline of the eye as well. Whoops, down a bit far there. And I'm just going to put a circle in the middle like that. And then I'm going to colour around that circle. So we'll put, looks like my bunny might be wearing a little bit of eyeliner down the bottom there. That's all right. Might cover up a bit with the eggshell in the end too. The eggshell we do last, so there is a reason for that, which I'll tell you when we get to. All right, so there we go, there's the eye, and then we're going to move up to the inside of the ear here. I've got 2 pencils here. Now this is because this is the colour range that I've got in this 12 set of the jumbo Staedtler pencils. So if you've got a pale pink, by all means use that. I'm going to mix my pale pink, which is kind of like a skin colour actually. It's not a pale pink, it's a skin colour, and I've got a red. So I'm going to put the red over the top. Now, you can use cartridge paper for this, or in my case, I'm actually using a mixed media paper. So it's a little bit thicker, and it will take the watercolor and the glue a little bit better than, say, cartridge paper would. Not that cartridge paper you can't use. Of course, you can use that if that's the easiest thing you can find. We want our bunny to have nice pink inside ear. Of course, this ear doesn't have an inside because it's facing the other way. And then that's all the pencil that we'll be using. I'll just do that, and then I'll just go back over it with this one and see if I can blend that in a bit. These are lovely pencils to use, nice fat grip, good student grade pencil. There we go. All right, so that's the colour pencil bit done on our artwork. Let's move on to what will now be the oil pastels. So I'll just move those out of the way. Keep my template there, put my bunny out of the way. Now, with your oil pastels, you'll probably just have a set, a smaller set than this, or you might have a big set like this. These were used in the art room for many years, so they're all mixed up in colours, and I just grabbed 2 and hope that the colours that I want will be in either of those. So I'm just going to put these to the side here so that I can just choose different colours. Now, the one colour that I do want is a grey. There we go, because I'm going to go around the outline of the bunny now in the grey. And there's a reason for this as well. When we use the watercolour, the oil pastel resists to water. Oil and water don't mix, and it's the same with oil pastel and watercolour paint. So when we paint over it, the watercolour shouldn't come inside our cute little bunny. Depending on your age will determine if you need any sort of help doing these outlines. Little kids will need a bit of help, but older kids, this is a great project for you to give a go at doing. I'm not going to completely finish the artwork today. I'll just get to the eggshell stage, and then you'll see the finished artwork in the art project which will be on the website. Only thing you've got to be really careful with here is not putting your hand down onto your paper. So it makes it a little bit unsteadier. Got a nice soft colour for the outline of our little Easter bunny. I love Easter time for the chocolate. When it's in egg form, I reckon it just tastes better than a block of chocolate. We've just had another storm come through here on the Gold Coast too. It came down really, really hard, and of course it came down 30 minutes before school finished on a Friday afternoon. Okay, so there you can see that there's quite a bit of oil pastel mess. I'll just bring it up to the camera a little bit more. So I'm just going to tap that. I scared my pussycat then when I did that. There we go. All right, so that's the outline of our bunny done. I haven't done the ear, so I better just do that because we don't want the... Oh, actually, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you do this because this is where the eggshell is going down anyway. So that doesn't matter if you do it or not. All right, so when it comes to the eggs, two different colours, of course. Choose your colours. I'm going to go... now, you don't want to be colouring these in. You just want to be doing lines because we're going to be putting watercolour over the top of it. So we'll get that oil pastel resist. This paper does have a little bit of texture to it, which you may or may not be able to see. You don't get a fine line. There's because of the texture in it. I'll do an orange one for this. And I might do circles in this one. Oh, that's another blue. So many colours in these sets of 48. There we go. And we'll do stripes in this one. What colour should we have? How about a red and a yellow? Yellow can finish it off. There we go. All right, now the only other thing that we're going to do in oil pastel, if you've got a white oil pastel, that's the best one to use for this because this is a bit of a hidden message. Now again, this is excuse me, this is optional. You don't have to do this, but I'm thinking of just writing Happy Easter up here in white so that when the paint hits it, you'll actually be able to see it through because we're going to do, this bunny is going to be sitting in the grass. So we'll probably do the bottom half green and the top half blue. But again, absolutely up to you what you do. So if I go happy... I'm just mapping it out to make sure I've got room for everything. Yep, okay. So you won't be able to see me writing this, but believe me, it's there. When you do this yourself, you'll be able to just be able to make it out. Make sure you press nice and hard on these oil pastels. Happy. This paper is quite hard to run a crayon across. There we go. I wonder if I can get, there we go, look at that. You can see it if I do that and get the shine on it. I'll just try and brush those little bits off. So there we get to that bit there. All right. Don't want my microphone to be causing a shadow there. All right, so now we're on to watercolor. So this is all happening very quickly. I'll just put those out to the side there. Our watercolors, I've got my water here. Our watercolors here, like I said, we're going to be using the greens and the blues. That's the two that we need from them. All right, so we'll start with the blue first. Nice bright blue, but it is a sky, so I guess we better go sort of a combination of these two here. Nice big fat brush, that way it will hold lots of water for you. If you're using the disc sets like I am, you just want to get a lot of that colour into your brush. I'll just bring this down a bit so you can see it a bit better there. Any watercolours will do. I've got a these ones are the Jazz Art ones. There we go. We can see our little hidden message coming through there. You've got Mikador, Kohinoor. I think they're the three that I definitely know of that do these watercolour discs for students. They do make it a lot easier for just general cleanup, because you don't have to clean paint palettes or anything, and you don't really get a spill happening. Just make sure you've got lots of water on that brush. Watercolour always has to look very wet when you apply it. You don't want it to be dry and pushing it around. Take your time with it, don't rush it. We don't want that bunny getting... It wouldn't matter if we got some paint inside the bunny, because we're putting the eggshell down on top of him anyway. Now I might just do a bit of a line across there and across there, and that way we can determine that's where sky meets grass. I should have done a hill really, shouldn't I? Oh well. Bit late now. Don't know, maybe I could do a bit of a hill. You know what, I'm going to show you a little trick. I've just put down water, clean water, onto that bit, and we pretty much get rid of it. So we'll keep that mound there, and maybe we will go up again there. You can tell that I'm doing this all live when I do little mistakes like that. That's good. Okay, remember to say hello in the chat if you're watching this. Tell me where you're watching from, what part of the world you're in. Oops, I just went straight over that hill. So we're not having a hill on that side. That's funny. There we go, but we will have the hill on this side if I don't forget to paint over it. Okay, so while that dries, because we started at the top and went down, we might start at the bottom and go up, just so that we don't have any of the green travel into the blue, because we don't really want that. Can you see my Happy Easter? Yes, you can. It's just drying there. That's why I can't see that too well at the moment. Okay, so we'll bring our bunny down there, looking so cute. And we'll change over here to a nice grassy green colour. And we're going to paint from the bottom up. I'm going to avoid doing the Easter eggs because I'll put them in a different colour. Nice bright green. You could add more to your artwork once the watercolor has dried. So you could go back to colored pencil and add some a tree or some flowers. You could put some birds in the sky. It doesn't matter after the paint's dry. You can definitely keep adding more. Totally up to you. Kids are so much better at these projects than us adults. We worry too much about what they're going to look like. And kids don't have any fear and they just go for it. They always look beautiful. Nothing better than being inside painting when you can hear the rain outside. And it's nice and gentle right now. It wasn't earlier, but it is now. And at least here in Australia, in Queensland, the weather is still quite warm. So my watercolours are drying very quickly. Just put some more on there. And just going up to that. And I want to make that really obvious that that's a mountain in the background. There you go. You can't even see where that blue paint was earlier. And just finish this side. I can imagine a whole classroom of these artworks happening and hanging on the wall, ready for Easter holidays. You take them home and hang them on your own wall, ready for your Easter holidays. I think Queensland has got 3 more weeks until we get school holidays. Okay, so that's that, and then I'm going to just clean that brush, bring back the other colours. So I might do a purple background for. No, I might do the purple background for that one, and then a red, possibly. Oh, and I've got these fluoro colours. Maybe I should be using them. No. All right, so I'm going to go this beautiful purple colour for the front one. Just make sure you get that nice and wet. You don't have to be neat about this because it's going to resist. So you can paint straight over those lines. Doesn't that look cool how that happens? There we go. Clean my brush, and what did I say I was going to do with this one? A red. Yeah, because I've got blue and green. Just don't know which red to use. Hopefully this is, yeah, that looks like a nice watermelon red. Oh yeah, nice. And then I can put something else in the circles, I guess. Oh, that's a lovely colour. And make sure you notice that I've never put my hand down on the page. Really important that you don't do that, especially when you've got wet paint happening. All right, let's put some colour into these. I might get a bit of a yellow happening. Now this brush is quite big for these little areas. That's all right. I might get a bit of the red paint on them. Just have to be careful with that. Dab it in there. And then I've got to be careful of it when it's drying. I might do another bit of that purple. Whoops, no, that one there, the purple, into the blue one. There we go. And last colour. Which one shall we do? Maybe the orange. We'll go that orange there. There we go. All right, I'll just move these paints out of the way. Don't need them anymore. Put them over there. Now we're on to, while that dries, be really careful with it. You can't lift it up. While that dries, we'll get on to the bunny. Now, the one thing I forgot to tell you is that's the reason why I've given you a little egg template, so that you can actually put it down and trace around them. So, like I said, just do a couple, or you could just decorate the whole page in them. The Easter Bunny doesn't have to have a background of sky and grass. Still can't really see that H too well, but that's all right. We're going to leave that. You know what it says. All right, so now we're on to the fun bit. So with the eggshells, make sure you get that art project on the website from next week, because it will tell you how to dye your eggshells. So I've done 4 colours here. This is actually meant to be a pink colour. You do get a bit of pink that ends up there, and there should be, yeah, there is. That one there is, that is your natural egg colour. I'll bring that up here. And you can see you've got a slightly red looking, but if you turn it over, you've got that real pink happening, whereas that's white. So that's where the real colour has happened. We haven't got too much green happening there, but on the inside we do. So that's the side that we're going to be predominantly using. But I saved a couple of eggshells and left them natural because I wanted to put them in there. So as for my bunny, I'm just going to make it multicoloured, and then and just do the eggshell there. So I have put all my colours in a bowl together. Whoops, there we go. And I will just break up as I go. But you could keep the colours separate if you want. And remember to have a look at the project on the website to see how I prepared these as well. Right, so I now need to get my glue happening. So we're using just good old trusty PVA glue. I'm just going to shake this and get the glue down to the bottom. I should have done this before now, but I didn't. And pour it out into my glue pot. Pull the lid back on, so I've got some glue in there now. And always have glue brushes that are used for nothing else but glue. My father has just decided to arrive on his brand new motorbike. So I don't know how to tell him that I am doing a YouTube live, but he will walk in on it, so you'll hear him. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a tickle. I'm quite well, but I've got a bit of a tickle. So I'll start on the face here, and I'm not going to do too much of this live because you'll get the general idea and you'll be able to see the finished artwork. But you're putting your glue down first. Like that. And like I said, my bunny's going to be a multicoloured one. So you're just breaking it up. You can come in and go through. I'm not going to be long, but yes, in the end, you're going to have this beautiful mixed media artwork. So there we go there. It's going to be very colourful, and it's going to be using recycled eggshells. So I will flick it back over to me. We've gone half an hour, which is long enough. There we go there. And it's still a little bit wet, so I can't show it. But as you can see, I've got all my bits and pieces here to continue on. So I will do that and finish it off, put it on social media, of course, and also on the website as an actual kids art project. So I would love to see your artworks, of course. Get mum and dad or your teachers to show me either via email or on socials. It's all in the description below. And show me your artworks. I want to see how much fun everyone's had with this. You're going to need a couple of days for your eggshells to colour them. That's the only thing that you have to organise, and get the eggshells, of course. All right, I will see you next week. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing next week, but it will be another Easter project. Lots of Easter fun happening, and enjoy your week, enjoy your weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye.